Hello again, my friends. We finally made it. Episode 100. It's pretty exciting, though in truth, we already had over 100 episodes due to one-shots and side stories. Still, it feels like a milestone, right? But enough self-congratulation. Let's get back to the story. We rejoin the heroes of World 83 on the Moonstone, or Munstone if you prefer. They've helped that powerful wizard regain control of his orbiting tower, and now they must decide what to do next. Should they help Riley's family escape an oppressive city? Should they do something about Laverion and that wand they gave him, or something else entirely? Things are wide open in Season 3 of Tales from the Glass-Guarded World. There's adventure around every turn, and danger, too.
Last time, you thoroughly explored and looted Mun's tower, and you said your farewells to Tuck and Raphael Cruz. You're all aboard the Spelljammer. You have to decide what to do next. Let me remind you of a few things. First, you have a couple maps that you can look at. You found a map of the world, although it's over 500 years old. And you also found a strange map of concentric circles and ellipses, although some of you don't know what that is and maybe others do. And also, I think that the crew that stayed on the ship has something to tell the folks who just arrived as well.
Oh.
While you all were gone, there was a fish-shaped ship kind of circling our area. So this is something that we should be careful of, I think. Was that Mama Sass, was that the same ship that was coming to party with us before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the same ship. I almost got a shot at them, but they dipped down below the island before I got a chance.
They were coming to party again, but they descended back to the giant blue thing below us, whatever that is. Where I think that is,
The ocean?
Yeah, that is, yes. Thank you.
So I'm going to show you the first of the two maps. If you want me to zoom in on something, let me know. I know that over Zoom, the resolution is probably not great. But this is the first of the two maps.
Where are we?
You are currently up in orbit.
Well, I mean, where's what we know of, which is
okay.
Bernothan.
Yeah, Benorthan. Or Benorthan, yeah.
Benorthan.
Benorthan, yeah. I like that pronunciation better. Benorthan. It's that island up near the North Pole.
It's quite big.
The island? Yeah, it's pretty big. It's more like a small continent, yeah. And it has some islands around it. And, of course, as always, we'll be posting the images on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and tftggw.com. But, yeah, that's the world. I don't know. Anyone else want to describe it in general for the sake of the listeners?
It looks like a giant belt around...
Yeah, the belt is accurate.
There's a strip of land around the middle that is called the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone talks about the belt, and that's basically everything that's not Benorthan.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a lot of water and the belt and Benorthan.
Yep.
And I guess ice caps.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ice caps. The ice caps, of course, look bigger than they actually are because of the way that, a Mercator map projection distorts things. They're not actually that big. In fact, if I stop sharing this, I can show you also...
It's really all an illusion because the world is actually flat and surrounded by ice. It's an ice wall that traps everything in. So don't mind it too much what you see.
This is Zartok's belief. He's like a flat earther, a flat dribber orber.
Yeah, and even when we're high up in the Spelljammer, when you think you see a round planet below you, it's really not. It's an illusion.
It's a jibber flat.
Yeah, it's a jibber flat. It's not a jibber orb.
Uh-huh.
sounding exhausted.
10 minutes into the recording. Score.
That's a less distorted view, right? So if it were wrapped onto a sphere, you could see that the North Pole and the South Pole are about as big as you would expect, and the land in the middle looks bigger than it does on that distorted projection.
Oh, yeah.
Do I see Gimmergen? I didn't.
Let's go back to the other map. And
Gimmigan, sorry.
Yeah, Gimmigan. Let me go back to the other map and share that.
The north end's also a lot bigger than what I had imagined.
Yeah.
Well, and remember, again, it's just somewhat distorted because of the map projection, but it's not tiny.
Yeah,
it's just that the part that you were on was relatively small, and then there were mountains to the east that maybe obscured how big the rest of the island was.
right.
But yeah,
Okay. I spelled it wrong, but I do see Gimmigan.
yep,
Gilligan?
Gemigan,
Oh,
Skipper, little buddy.
is it Regid? The Empire of Regid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make sure I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Now remember, this map is about 500 years old.
Oh,
It's been sitting in Mun's Tower for a while, so some of this stuff might be out of date.
Yeah.
Anything you guys need to talk about regarding the map?
where was, is it lefty or righty? I think it's righty.
Righty. It's the town of Fifeness in Gimmigan was where he was taking us
Gotcha.
or asking us to go. But no one knows about that yet, I think.
Yeah, you haven't told anyone about that, I don't think, have you, Tara?
No.
I should also mention that I created an original map, and then Sean, our beloved Sean from the House of Bob, spruced it up for us. So he's the one that made it look all artsy.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
It does look good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a pretty good looking map. Nice work, Sean, as usual. So no one has any questions or thoughts about the different parts. Maybe it'll come up again when you're figuring out what to do. And then I was also going to show you the other map.
I love seeing the map and then reading some of the names and feeling nostalgic about past episodes like Laravella.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is the other map. And again, I'll let you describe it for the listeners.
In Tara's words, nonsense.
So you see, it's a lot of spinning discs and it's orbiting planets, and I have no idea how Aster would understand any of this.
The listener would immediately recognize it as a solar system diagram.
Of course.
4
Yes.
planets,
With-
one with a real funky orbit.
And they call the sun the Dicandel.
Yes, the day candle is what it would be if you translate it into modern common. But yeah, you just call it the sun.
And it looks like it's called the Jebergunden space.
Yes.
The Bordrima. Bordrima.
Yeah. I'll give away a little secret here. Most of these words are Old English words.
What does Jebber mean?
Something like birth.
Okay.
Now, phlogiston is not an Old English word. That is, I think, from Greek, and it's a term from the original Spelljammer.
Didn't Zartok explain some of this to you guys in earlier episodes? I remember distinctly the word the Phlogiston.
Phlogiston, yeah. He may have talked about it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much Zartok knows about it, but he could always make an Arcana check or a History check if he wants to tell anybody about what's going on here.
So are we on the deck of the boat and these maps are spread out?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
What's a 17 Arcana get me for knowing about the phlogiston?
Well, what do you, Josh, know about the phlogiston?
I think it's essentially the space between the crystal spheres that's flammable, right?
Right. And it's sometimes called the Rainbow Sea. And it's just a big space full of a flammable gas-like material.
Plasma.
Yeah, it's what the crystal spheres sort of float in.
Mm.
And then inside the crystal spheres is a vacuum.
Yeah, what time of day is it, Mike?
It's nighttime right now. It's dark down below on the planet.
It's night, yeah. So you see Bowelian, you can only see that in the sunrise and sunset. If just as the sun's setting, you can sort of see it sometimes in the year. It's hard to spot. It's so close to this to the day kindle. So that's hard to see. Whereas is Dwelsinare,
yeah.
Dwelsinare, is that visible with the naked eye at this time of its orbit? Or not?
Oh, let's roll a die. I have no idea. Right now it is visible, yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's try to point it out. There it is.
Man, that one's confused sailors for a long time. This is Coral, by the way. It never seems to be in the right place. It doesn't do like the others do. It's real weird. And this explains it. I mean, it's just crazy compared to the others.
This is fantastic. I never knew that the world could be this big.
Now, Josh, know that traveling through space at 60 miles per hour,
I should mention that.
We would never get anywhere.
Right. That's right. I should explain that once your ship leaves orbit, spelljammers accelerate to about 4 million miles per hour.
That'll do it.
It's a little faster.
It's about 0.5% of the speed of light, but still
really fast.
Pretty dang fast. Yeah. The ship automatically slows down if someone tries to come into combat with it or if it approaches something dangerous. But yeah, spelljamming speeds in a vacuum or between the crystal spheres are much, much, much higher than what you would get inside an atmosphere of a planet.
All right. Now I see. So that would mean it would only take us a few days to get from Jebberorb to somewhere else.
Right. That's right.
That makes sense.
And if you wanted to get somewhere on the planet, if you exit the atmosphere, you can pretty quickly zip around to another place and then descend.
Well, now Zartok knows how to do things.
For some reason, the acceleration doesn't squash you against the ship and kill you. I don't know why, but for some reason it doesn't.
Magic.
Tara is proficient with cartography, but she does not like this map.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know anything about these other celestial bodies, really. I can just spot them in the sky if they're there. I could just imagine that, closer to the sun would be hotter. Boardroom is probably really cold. But that's really all I know.
So are those bodies that we see that you pointed out, are they like this place, just as big? Maybe?
I really don't know. I mean, I could work on some maths to figure it out, but it would take me a while. It'd probably be faster just for us to go see it.
Do people live there?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Oh, where would we go?
I don't have a reason to go. So no.
I mean, there could be cool stuff there, but probably not.
So Coral.
Yes.
We kind of just jumped into action there and went through a whole little adventure. And I don't feel like Aster Fortuna got a chance to get to know you and really ask some questions. Like what was going on while you were on this? You told us that you crash landed maybe on this island?
Yeah, we were on a ship and there was a storm and we ended up on the island.
You say we?
Yeah, it was my family. It was my grandparents and some other people from our clan. We crash landed there.
How long were you there?
I mean, I didn't pay a lot of attention to the days, but a year, 2 years, I don't know. It didn't seem like much of a point in counting.
Huh. I only ask because, it must have been lonely while you were there.
Well, yeah.
It would drive me mad not being able to sing to anybody.
I mean, there was animals about. I talked to them sometimes. Hung out with them. Had a good time with them sometimes. But, it got kind of lonely.
I see.
I came from an island that is full of people. Sometimes you can be lonely even in that situation, so.
Well, yeah, I mean, when I was on the Urbanimar, there was people all around, and I get that. Sometimes I was lonely, too.
I know what that is.
Man, Papa Gaston, you are wise beyond words.
I am just so deep and It's complex. Who knows what I am thinking at any time?
I think most of the time you're not thinking.
I think you're thinking about cheese.
You know me so well.
So, Coral, are you trying to get back to the Urbanimar? Do you have family still living, or?
I mean, when we left, we all left. Our whole clan left, and I don't rightly know where everybody else is. They may have died. I'm not really sure. It was a storm. We got separated, so I don't know where everybody else is. I guess I still know some people on the Urbanimar, but it wasn't a great place to live. I don't particularly want to go back there. I'm kind of fiery, living on water. It wasn't great.
Oh.
Do you want to find your family? I mean, that could be part of our plan as we search around the world on our adventures.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not sure it was a bad storm. I don't know that they... And I mean, look at the map. There ain't a lot of land out there.
Yeah, can we look at the map and see if we can figure out what island Coral was on and what else might be around there?
There's the map. If you need me to zoom in on something, let me know. But the Urbanimar, well, I don't know if she's explained what that is.
It's a ship that moves, right?
Yeah, but has she explained it? I don't know if she's talked about it.
No.
We've talked about it before. That's how I knew what it was.
Yeah, I don't know if in character anyone had talked about what it is, but they wouldn't show up on the map because they move around.
Oh.
Oh, I do not know what it is. Somebody please remind me.
Oh, it's a bunch of ships. They're together. They're stuck together. You know, it's kind of since there ain't much land now. It's kind of land. It's a bunch of ships stuck together. They can leave if they need to. Usually
Floating cities.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Is it the only one of these, or is there lots of?
Oh no,
floating
there's
cities?
a bunch. I don't know how many, but there's a bunch.
Oh, okay. I remember it was in a letter about someone going to join the Urbanimars.
That's right. It was Baratrin's letter to
Rickert.
Rickert. Yes, it was in. Yes, that's right. It was in Baratrin's letter to Rickert.
Inspiration.
Nice work. Nice note taking. Yeah, you know what? Inspiration. Good job.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first thing we need to figure out is, are we going to, how are we going to dodge this slavers, these sky slavers?
We're gonna kill him with our magic ballista. But so, do we know an island on this map that could be the one that Coral was on, or do we think maybe her island is uncharted?
Her island is one of these up here by Benorthen, one of the islands south of that.
Okay, so there are like scattered islands around that we could kind of do a flyover of.
If you wanted to do that.
It's also a real old map,
Yeah.
so stuff could be underwater.
Could be underwater, or there could be more islands than you can see on our big map.
I mean, we could scout out the area and fly around just for a little bit, just to see.
I mean, I feel like first we need to worry about those slavers. I don't think they're going to give up. They seem determined.
Oh, no, I agree with that. Are we just going to blow them out of the sky?
Yeah, we just got a brand new ballista. We got to use it.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah. Mama Sass, I don't know. Have we installed our magical ballista yet? Or
Yeah, I'll say that you've already installed it.
yeah, it's cool.
Nice.
It's magical. I don't know how it's different from the other one, but
It's basically +2.
yeah, cool.
It's better.
Yeah, obviously, loot.
It just glows. It's just like, obviously.
It glows and produces food. That's why it's better.
The shots that come out are like multicolored, you know.
Tracer fire, yes. No, it's +2 weapon.
Cool.
If they're slaver ships, do you think they have slaves on them? I don't know if we want to blow them out of the sky and kill a bunch of innocent people. I don't
know.
No, I don't.
What other way do you propose that we would attack the ships than that?
Let's ask Zartok. I don't really know how they work very well. Is there a way to immobilize them where they stay stagnant in the air, unable to continue moving but not falling out of the sky?
Yeah, if you hit it with your ballista enough, it will be, essentially stop working.
Yeah, basically, you have to inflict the right kind of critical hit in order to immobilize it. If you reduce it to 0 hull points, then a spelljammer basically falls apart, and the little pieces float around. And the crew members have to grab onto a piece of floating ship if they want to have enough air to breathe. Of course, if you're close enough to the planet, then when the ship falls apart, everyone just falls and dies.
So we shoot to stun.
I wouldn't worry too much about it, because if there's a slaver ship, they probably, after successfully getting some, what would you say? What's a proper word? After getting a successful mission, they probably go and deal with their cargo, trade it, and then go back out. So I doubt they have anything. If that makes sense, I doubt they have any slaves on the ship.
Yeah, I imagine they're selling them. They get them, they sell them real quick. Quick turnover or something or other.
So if they was attacking us, they probably don't have anybody. They may use some slaves as part of their crew. I'm not sure, but I don't think we should worry about it. If we worry about that, then we're going to lose the fight.
I guess. Well,
what is it you say? Equivalent exchange or whatever. Just kill them all equivalently.
yeah. Huh. Equivalent exchange. I've never really thought about it in that particular way before.
You shouldn't. Aster, I don't think that you should.
I'm going to ponder that a little bit. But
Yeah.
we should get some rest maybe and go in the morning? Or do you think we should go in the cover of the night in the shadows?
Well, there's
Are we rested?
You haven't had a
Because
rest
I
yet.
believe I was quite injured.
You have not had a rest yet.
Then we should do that, strapping lads, and head out early.
Yeah, I'm ready to rest because I got 49 hit points or whatever.
I need to pick spells then. So
that's a lot of hit points. What are you talking
I was gonna
about?
say, that sounds
Right?
pretty good.
That's
Why do
almost
you
my
do
max.
So you rest.
Can I find Mama Sass?
I think Mama Sass, she sleeps up on the deck. She likes being outside.
Yeah, whenever everybody's going to their area of sleep, I like to find Mama Sass.
You find her.
Hey, Mama Sass. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It was weird. We just kind of jumped into action again. Out of nowhere.
I feel like that's what we are. We are action. It's what we do. I don't see you sitting still for long, my Aster.
No, I don't. It's just, I really appreciate that you guys are here. You and Papa Gaston are here. It's nice. It's comforting. For a while there, I didn't have you guys, and then we'd spend some time together singing, and that was amazing.
It was.
So thank you for being part of the ride.
I'm happy to be here for you, my boy.
Mama Sass, I've been thinking, when I was younger, a young lad, it was interesting to have Papa Gaston. He taught me so much about music, but also about being a thief, a chivalrous thief. But some of the things we did growing up were, weird. It felt weird, and I've always called things equivalent exchange, and today I did some of that, and Zartok was talking about equivalent exchanging those slavers, and I'm not dumb. I know that what I'm doing is stealing, but I always feel like I need to give a little bit back, even if it's not much, just to feel good about myself. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense to me. I mean, give a little, take a little. That's what I always say, though sometimes I take a little extra, but that's all right.
But my little rag golem friend seemed upset, and he called it out to Mun, and Mun did not seem very happy. And I don't know. We could have used that ring and some of those items we gave back, but for some reason it didn't feel right to keep that information from him, because he's done a lot for us. I don't know. I'm struggling with the equivalent exchange thing. I want to say that everything that Papa Gaston has done for me is right. But, you know, as I get older, I realize that everything I do affects everybody else. And I don't want to hurt any of you with my thieving.
I will say that Gaston tends to be looking out for number one, that being Gaston. And so his actions have been flavored by that feeling of protecting himself over not everyone. Like he takes care of you. He does as good as he can, but he's always out for what's best for him.
I guess. I think he's warming up, though. I think this experience will be good for him. Anyway, I needed to tell somebody that it was bothering me, and I'm just really happy that you guys are here. You guys are my family. The only family besides Tara and the crew that I know. And without you guys, I don't know what I'd be doing. So, thank you.
You know, Aster, we're here for you. We'll always look out for you best we can. You're a good boy.
Thanks, Mama Sass. I hope you get to talk to... I hope you get to talk to Tara and Zartok. I don't really know him yet, but he seems like a nice guy. You'll really like them, especially Tara. Swell gal. Very, very strong, straightforward kind of person.
I've had some nice conversations with that Garlos while I've been on the ship. That was interesting. He's quite an interesting person.
Well, I hope we all get a little closer on this adventure. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I hope you get some nice rest up here on this perch on the deck.
It's quite a view up here. She looks up at the stars, which are real bright, I would
You
assume.
can hear the crickets chirping in the woods. You can see the light shining out from the top of the lighthouse. You can see the stars up in the sky, something that you're probably not accustomed to.
It's nice.
I have a question. Zartok, are you going to be wearing the crown of stars from now on?
I don't know what to do about that. That's
Yeah,
really,
you're the helmsman. So
yeah. I might put it on if we leave the ship. Maybe, I don't know. I'll think about what to do with it.
how does it fit around your horns?
Oh, well, I got to put I got to fit it over the one complete horn, and then work that around and over, and then I get it over the shorter one, and then it's fine.
That's beautiful.
Great. It's good. It's a good convenient helmet for you.
Yeah, I guess I need more protection.
Anyway, that's all I do for that night, and then I kind of head back to wherever I'm going to sleep.
Gaston, during that at the end of that conversation, would have found Paxton's pile of fake gold. And be like, Aster, there's a giant pile of gold here. What is this?
Gold? A pile of it? Where?
Yeah, Paxton had several sacks of that debased gold that's worth, basically it's silver. It looks like gold, but it's worth silver in value.
Was I there when he found
Yeah,
it?
I think you were.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to combine my gold with this gold, and we can have two fortunes.
Well, I don't know if it's Paxton's gold. Some of it may not be kosher. You know what I mean, Papa Gaston.
I do not know what that word means at all.
It's like, it might not be real money, real gold.
Oh, so it's like...
Swindler's gold.
It's like candy. It is like chocolate wrapped in a fake gold paper. Let me have a bite.
I'm sure that exists in World 83. Yeah, it's just like that. So, be careful not to use that for evil.
Okay, I will not.
Have a good night, Papa Gaston.
Good night, Aster. Where is this, where's Coral at? I need to ask her how old she is. Because I'm a creepy old man.
I don't know what the sleeping situation is, but I assume she's in a room somewhere.
There are crew quarters just off the bridge. Although it's a bunch of beds crowded together, so a whole bunch of people could sleep in there at the same time. Nobody has their own room except for the captain.
Yeah.
So, Coral, it is very important to me to know how old you are. You're being super vague about it. So, but you look quite young.
I mean,
What are you like? 24? 23?
I mean, like I said, I didn't really keep track for the last couple years. But I think I'm probably around like 18, maybe 19. I'm not sure.
18 and 19. Gaston's doing some math in his head. I am not so sure this is appropriate.
What do you mean? What's appropriate?
It is a rule that I have made. It is half your age plus 7. Have you ever heard this rule?
No, that's a new one to me.
Okay, I don't remember how old Gaston is. So, also this world has different societal norms, and I don't know what is the right thing to do anymore. So
he's like a middle-aged man. Yeah.
Yes, he's probably what is he? 45, 50? How old's Gaston?
I think probably in his
Is your
mid-40s. Mid-40s.
Yeah, probably at least mid-40s.
Okay, so that's what breaks the rule. So I have to treat you more like maybe like a kid. So anyway,
No, I'm not a kid. I'm an adult. I got my tattoos and everything. She pulls down his sleeve.
Gaston pats her on the head. Good girl.
How are you going to pat her on the head? She's
good.
like...
He jumps.
Okay.
He stands on a stool.
I'm going to use Druidcraft to create a thorn of some sort and poke him with it.
I'm trying to
I'm
be
not
good.
a child. Don't treat me like one.
Okay, fine. I will not. So where are you going anyway? So you said you were going home? Where are you going from and where were you going on? And was this a ship or was this like a whatever this is, we're on a ship in space?
Oh no, it was like a boat, like the water kind.
Like a real boat.
Like a real boat, not like this magic sailing sky ship thing. We left the Urbanimar because it, like I said, wasn't great, and we were trying to find somewhere to go, and then the storm.
I'd like to know more about this nature magic you do. I'm a city man myself. I'm not so sure what it is. It is like, are you like a wizard? Are you like a dirt wizard? What is this? A plant wizard?
I mean, I don't know much about wizards, but I get stuff from nature. I learn stuff and I can do it. And I can do this. And she's going to use B-shape to turn into a large house cat. I don't want to do anything too big. We're on the ship.
Right.
So a large house cat.
A Maine Coon.
Yes, a Maine Coon.
Oh my gosh! You are a cat now. Is this your true form? Tell me, Kitty. Are you really a cat?
I meow once, then turn back into Coral. I'm not really a cat. That's just something I can do.
So what is the real you?
I mean, this she gestures. This is the real me.
What else can you be? Oh my gosh, Aster!
What? What's happening?
She's going to make all our shows so much better. She can be animals. So you can be like you can do tricks as an animal, right? Like
I mean, technically,
this is fantastic. Okay.
I don't think I like that toad, but okay.
You'll be the newest part of the show. Okay, I have to go talk to Aster.
I don't understand what just happened.
Aster, she can be an animal.
Okay.
Coral
Awesome.
goes looking for Aster. Hey, Aster. I got a question.
Yeah.
So that rag thing was talking about a lot of stuff, and I didn't follow most of it. It seemed real confusing. Can you? I don't understand what's happened to you people. It's jars and wizard complexes, and I don't understand. Can you tell me what's happened?
You want me to tell you a story, Coral?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm asking for.
Well, Aster Fortuna, bard extraordinaire, tell stories with flair. Now, let me sing you a song.
Hold it, Aster. This mess all started with me and Finn. I'll start the story.
All right.
World 83 is a world in a bottle. We lived inside it, encased by walls of glass. Down there 2,000 years ago, our ancestors awoke with no memories of their past. They founded the first city called Arrival, where the Dane family soon found success. For we are noble, proud, and strong, and our history is long. In short, we simply are the best. But eventually, the climate started changing. The air warmed up and rivers stopped their flow. The fabric of the world was rearranging. And why this was, nobody seemed to know. So I left the wealth and comfort of my household with my friend Finn, a wise gnomish wizard. We followed adventure's call toward the world's last wall to solve the puzzle of the broken rivers. Along the way, we met two companions, a cleric Paxton with a dent behind his head, and then there's Athelflaed the halfling, who I found a little baffling, but we shared a love of making bad guys dead. We met Munn, who liked to call himself immortal. He sent us on a quest to find his missing friend. We uncovered a scheme by a doppelganger to burrow through the glass at the world's end. We chased the bad guy down an aqueduct and fought him. With fireballs, he tried to drive us back. But a potion of Etten friend made a Terror Paxton blend, and we crushed him with a giant smack. But alas, our triumph was tempered. Our friend Finn took a fireball to his face. With heavy hearts and troubled minds, we returned to Mun to find that the truths of the god Foresight, which inspired the doppelganger to break through the glass and got Finn killed, could be found at the eastern edge of the world and might give us a clue as to what was going on. In short, even more running all around the dang place. Along the way, we learned that Paxton's an observer, a kind of being who records the world's events. It seemed his name was Frith and he's a bad guy. But from our point of view, he's still our friend. Because of him, we were captured and imprisoned. But we were rescued by a bard extraordinaire. We helped Sigmar host a fete for all his wizard mates, and then we teleported it out of there.
I think I can take it from here, Tara. You've covered the facts well enough, but don't worry. Now a genuine bard will tell the story. My fellow companions told me their tale. It was clear they needed a bard to regale them so that they could prevail on their quest. I could tell that they were more than impressed. One had given a lead, a goal to pursue. The truths of foresight would be the next clue. But in the Iron Empire we were clueless, unsure of directions where no one knew us. We found a guide in a bar who seemed competent. Epilema the halfling, tough, confident. She led us to a bubble at the edge of the world, and there the answers began to unfurl. And I led the way, the bard of wonder. It's the truth that we see, and I was there, a voice like thunder. standing tall or trying to sneak. When things look good or when things look bleak, I'm the part magnifique. Yes, the part magnifique. That's me. We found inscriptions from a god in letters tall. Truth 4 was obvious. Don't break the walls. Truth 6, use magic in moderation. Try to be good, have consideration. Truth 7 was know that I loved you all more than myself. Then our faces did fall. For the words read, I died so that you may live. There's no bigger gift that a god could give. A truth is missing, I can hear you ask. Number 5, did you fail your task? No, we did not. But this one was huge. It couldn't be true, it must be subterfuge. When the time comes, break the soul jar. This couldn't be right, too many drinks at the bar. Liberated souls will know what to do. We went to a rival to discuss these clues. At Terra's home, we discussed our plans. Their Terra's parents became my biggest fans. But the rivers were breaking, it was all foreordained. Terra shattered the jar, and everything changed. I mostly adhere with a voice so bright and a voice so clear. The best part you'll ever hear. The best part you'll ever hear. Modest too. We were lifted up by the newly freed souls. They pushed up a lid, threw us out of the hole. Full size, we fell to the floor, surrounded by ruins, refugees, and more. The place we had found had been abandoned, still full of glass worlds with enchantments. Every world but ours was lifeless and dead, felt a sense of loss, anger, and dread. We discovered a snowy village outside, with no glass walls around, sun open sky, with cows and fields and cowardly gnomes. And then a huge shadow fell over their home. A flying giant creature, a dragon we're told, turned into an elf, it was a sight to behold. He told us his name was Laverian. He asked if we'd find his cold magic wand. I said yes, as a part of daring. We'll find your wand fragments, I shouted. I led us underground, declaring that as heroes so brave and heroes so stout, we find the wand and bring it out. I'm the best part, no doubt. Yes, the best part, no doubt. You've probably heard of me.
Whoa, Aster.
What?
How long is this song?
You can't rush genius.
Aster, how long is it?
I have a lot of ground to cover. There are so many dramatic events to summarize.
Aster,
It's about 10 minutes, okay? It's about 10 minutes long.
make it 8.
Yeah, mate, we haven't got all day. We've got things to do.
8 minutes? Fine. Now, where was I? Livarian said the world went through repeating cycles of warm and cool. With the one restored, he could end it, and we thought that he really meant it. So down we went underground in the most dangerous dungeon around. Each floor devoted to a school of magic. Each room revealed a story most tragic. Hellhounds and intellect devours. Undead knights with their magical powers. Terrible fiends like demons and devils. We fought something new on every level. We were succeeding, finding piece after piece. Our downward progress suddenly ceased. Until the thief from our own glass world appeared, still a dangerous artifact and sneered. He'd returned to our world to conquer it all, but we couldn't all stop him, we were in thrall to some devils who had promised to help us. So I did something, no time to discuss. chased him back, a part of action. Our world had to be saved from Nondal and his loyal faction. It was power that he craved, but I can't stop him, though the situation was grave. I'm a bard so brave, yes, a bard so brave. Back in World 83, Nondal did flee, a soul sucker in his hand. With speed and passion, I ran to Poppa Gaston, and with Mama Sass, we planned. We went to meet Mun, a trap was sprung, but Nondal was nimble no more. We were too strong, the artifacts gone, smashed to pieces upon the floor. I had completed my task, but what of my friends? Could they cope without me? Could they contend? I had to return to make sure they were okay. With the help of Mun, I found a way. So I returned, a bard so gifted. I do it all with flair. Out of the world, we all were lifted. You know I'm back because I care. Talent like this is just so rare. I'm the bard extraordinaire. Yes, the bard extraordinaire. The bard extraordinaire.
Nah, mate, you're getting ahead. First, we've got to go back and explain where I came in. See, after Aster left, Terra, Paxton, and Athelflaed continued collecting One Pieces, but they found a Spellgemmer port, and they even found someone stuck in a Spellgemmer there. That's me, Zartok. I'm a wizard, a tiefling, a rapper, I don't sing. For 160 years I was frozen in this thing. Just me, my ship, and my contrarian tale, till my frenzy broke me out of my cryostasis jail. They took me with them through the rest of the complex, but my song's just beginning. We fought 1,000 monsters but kept winning, made friends with the dungeon denizens like Spelok the kobold who loved taking gems, and Jeb the mimic, we found him on the floor, but don't call him a doormat, he helped us explore. We ran into Melidia, the mistress of memory, a bit weird but friendly. Her lifestyle ain't something I envy, surrounded by machines filled with stolen minds, and Paxton wanted to find his forgotten time. So she sent him to the past. He was a bit of an ass, stood up to his wizard bosses with balls of brass, but a one-man rebellion just can't last. So they wiped his mind and sent him to a world in glass.
We're searching a dungeon for a wand of cold to stop the world from overheating, or so we're told. We're facing terrible peril, but we're not alone. We're gonna save the world, and then we're going home.
On with all the exposition, we proceeded with our mission, met with lots of opposition in varying states of decomposition. They came with surveys, we filled them out and pinned them to their heads. Asked for sandwiches, but didn't see a single slice of bread. So onward we pressed toward the bottom floor, met a skeleton core, were nearly killed by a necrozoid, found a fella who created that undead monster concept.
Step up the chief necromancer.
Came in, weapons drawn, ready for a fight. We just wanted to talk, tried to make us see the light. Said all the wizards had to die for the world to survive. The use of magic heating things up, and life can't thrive. Shoving folks in glass worlds was something that they tried, but inside the same thing, the worlds would fry. We tried to persuade him that his way was wrong. If we all stopped using magic, we could all get along. The tragedy of the commons, come on, you're killing people, sing me a new song. Now we're moving on, we got the bits of the wand. We're gonna solve the climate crisis with magic and brawn. Timid necromancer, forget what you're fearing. We're gonna save the world with geoengineering.
We're heading back to the surface, to the gnomish town, to give the wand to the dragon who sent us down. Maybe finally danger will leave us alone. We're gonna save the world, and then we're going home.
We figured we won. All the quest was done, so Epilema and Appleflat went home to have some fun. Paxton stayed behind to recover his mind, leaving me and Tara to wrap things up, and that's fine. We found Lavarian, gave him the wand of cold, figured what could go wrong. He's a dragon made of gold.
Silver?
He seemed like a good guy. He could have been our bro, till he opened up a portal to a world of ice and snow. Said,
Thanks for the wand, fool. Now I got a king to school.
we were surprised, we thought he was cool. The bastard took off after he laughed in my face and left a pair of giant monsters in his place. How do you think we fared? Against a giant and a bear? Without the rest of the team, the odds were not fair. They smacked us down in record time and rocked to the head. Frost breath and raised their claws, we were sure we were dead. Then, out of nowhere, all Deus Ex Machina, Ogre Ball, Aster and Mun came rocking the spells and the swords and turned the tide. Brought us to our feet and we was able to survive. Turned the bear into meat and the giant to ash. And then I was introduced to the rest of the class. First there was Aster, the barter during the fight. He started off a little racist, but he's alright. You heard him in the last song, not really my style, but he grows on you after a while. Ogabali is the refugee leader. Nobody asked him to, he just took the seat. He's not that important, I'll just move along. Otherwise this song would be way too long. Mun the Immortal was a big deal up here. They exiled him to 83 out of anger and fear. Now he's back up top and slowly his memories are returning. He looked up into space and felt a deep, deep yearning. Turns out he had a tower way up in the sky. He needed us to get him closer, but we'd have to fly. So we fixed up my spell jammer and we took to the air. That's when we saw your message and took you into our care.
Now we're sailing in a spelljammer among the stars. We're chasing adventure, whether near or far. Though our first attempt was a losing bet, we're gonna save the world. We can't go home yet.
Wait. No. I don't got that. Could you repeat it? What was that about rivers breaking?
I feel like Ashley is on the set of The Office.
Yes. That was the purpose.
That's great.
I see Stanley back there.
Look at that, rev up my accent. I did not do my practice.
Yeah, can we look at the map and see if we can figure out what island Coral was on and what else might be around there?
I can't share it again. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay.
The only time. There it is.
Almost took that serious.
My dice rolled really far.
She's got to go to the next room of the office. Look out for Dwight.